Okay, quick question before we start. Have you ever gone to a restaurant, looked at the menu, smiled politely, and inside your brain you're like, I have no idea what to say?
Oh, yes. That moment when the waiter is standing there waiting and you're just like, uh, give me food?
Exactly. And sometimes you want to sound polite, maybe a bit confident, but your English just disappears.
Yeah, totally. And that's why today's episode is going to be super useful. We're talking about something very real, ordering food and complaining at a restaurant.
Yes, and hey, before we jump in, if you enjoy learning English in a relaxed, real life way, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Daily English Conversation Club, and maybe share it with a friend who also struggles at restaurants.
Because trust me, we've all been there.
All right, so let's imagine this. You walk into a restaurant. First step, what do you say?
Usually the staff says something first, right? Like, hello, how many people?
Exactly. And your simple answer could be, table for two, please.
Nice and easy, not complicated at all.
Yeah, and you don't need long sentences. Even just two people works in many places.
Right. Then they take it to your table, you sit down, and then comes the menu moment.
Oh yes, the menu panic.
Especially when there are too many options.
Or when the names are confusing, like what is grilled aubergine with reduction sauce?
Exactly. And you don't want to guess and end up with something weird.
So here's something useful you can say. Can you recommend something?
That's a great sentence. Very natural.
Or even, what's popular here?
Yeah, that sounds confident too, like you know what you're doing.
And if you have a preference, you can say, I'm in the mood for something spicy.
Ooh, I like that. In the mood for. Very natural expression.
Yeah, people use that a lot, like, I'm in the mood for pizza, or I'm in the mood for something light.
Okay, so now you've chosen your food, the waiter comes back. This is the big moment.
Yes, and here's a simple way to order. I'd like the chicken pasta, please.
Polite, clear, perfect.
Or even shorter, I'll have the chicken pasta.
Yeah, both are great.
And don't forget please, it makes everything sound nicer.
Always. It's like magic.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to add a drink, you can say, and a glass of water, please.
Or, can I get a Coke? That's also common, right?
Yes, can I get is supernatural in everyday English.
Okay, let me tell you something funny.
Go on.
One time, I went to a restaurant and I wanted water, but I forgot the word water.
No way.
Yes, so I said, can I have, the clear drink?
The clear drink?
And the waiter just looked at me like, what?
That's amazing.
Finally, I said, no color, no taste.
And then?
He said, water.
See, communication still worked.
Exactly, that's the point. Even if your English isn't perfect, people understand you.
That's such an important lesson. Don't be afraid to speak.
Yeah, confidence is more important than perfect grammar.
All right, so now the food is ordered and we wait. Yes, and sometimes things go wrong.
Oh, yes, that's where complaining comes in, but we'll get to that soon.
Stay with us because that part is super useful.
And don't forget, subscribe to Daily English Conversation Club so you don't miss more real-life English like this.
All right, so the food arrives, you're excited, you're hungry, you take a bite, and then something feels off.
Yeah, maybe it's too salty, too cold, or just not what you expected.
Exactly. And this is where many English learners feel nervous. How do you complain politely?
Because you don't want to sound rude, right?
Right. So let's start with a very soft, polite sentence. Excuse me, there's a small problem with my food.
That's really nice. It doesn't sound aggressive.
Yeah, it's gentle. Then you explain, this is a bit too salty.
Or, my food is cold.
Simple, clear, and honest.
I think tone is very important here. Even simple words can sound rude if your tone is angry.
That's true. Try to stay calm and polite.
Okay, what if they bring the wrong order?
Good question. You can say, "Sorry, I think this isn't what I ordered."
Ah, I think that makes it softer.
Exactly. It doesn't sound like you're blaming them.
Let me share a quick story.
I'm ready.
So, I once ordered a vegetarian burger, but they brought me a chicken burger.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be rude, so I said, I think this is not vegetarian.
That's a very polite way to say it.
The waiter checked and said, "Oh, so sorry," and changed it immediately.
See, most places are helpful if you're polite.
Exactly. No need to panic.
Another useful phrase, "Could you please check this?"
Nice. Very respectful.
And if something is missing, you can say, "I think we didn't get the fries."
Ah, that's good. Not, "you forgot," but "I think we didn't get."
Yes, that's softer and more natural.
Okay, what about asking for help during the meal, like more water?
Easy. "Could we have some more water, please?"
Or, "Can we get another plate?"
Perfect.
Honestly, these small phrases make a big difference.
They really do. And once you practice them, you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, and dining out becomes more enjoyable.
Exactly. You focus on the experience, not the stress.
And hey, quick reminder, if you're enjoying this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Daily English Conversation Club and share it with someone who loves food or struggles ordering it.
That's probably a lot of people.
Very true.
All right, let's move to the final part of your restaurant experience, the ending.
Ah, yes, the bill. Sometimes the scariest part.
True. So, how do you ask for the bill?
Simple. Can we get the bill, please?
Or in some places, people say check instead of bill.
Right. Can we get the check?
Both are correct.
And if you want to split the bill?
You can say, "Can we split the bill?"
Very useful when you're with friends.
Definitely. Now, let's do a quick natural recap of some phrases we used today.
Okay.
When entering, "Cable for two, please."
Ordering, "I'd like" or "I'll have."
Asking for help, "Can you recommend something?"
Complaining, "There's a small problem with my food."
And ending, "Can we get the bill?"
See? Not too hard when you break it down.
Exactly. And the key is practice.
Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Yes, even clear drink works sometimes.
I'm never forgetting that.
Before we go, let's imagine one quick real-life situation.
Okay.
You're at a restaurant. Your food is cold. What do you say?
Excuse me, my food is a bit cold. Could you please check it?
Perfect. Polite and clear.
Your turn. Wrong order?
Sorry, I think this isn't what I ordered.
Nice.
See? You're ready now.
Yeah, next time you go to a restaurant, try using these phrases.
And remember, it's okay to speak slowly.
And smile. Smiling helps a lot.
Absolutely.
All right, friends. That's it for today's episode.
We hope you feel more confident ordering food and handling situations at restaurants.
And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe to Daily English Conversation Club.
Share it with your friends.
And keep practicing your English every day.
See you in the next episode.